Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. So, today is a really decent day, actually. I am having my coffee. Actually, this is matcha tea. I have 3 shots of espresso, 1 pump of liquid sugar, only with oat milk and light ice. It's been my new thing, to be honest, but I wanted to revise my garden. So before we go into that, guys, please don't forget to follow me on my social media, link above. Also, don't forget to follow me, subscribe, like, share, and comment. That lets me know that you appreciate what I put out, and it lets the algorithm know that I am doing something, and it puts me out there. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that post notification bell so you don't miss when I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Woo! Alright, let's get into this video because I have a lot to show you, and I got some projects that I'm about to do. So I said, so I checked the temperature, and it was like, okay, we're going to have some cool weather. This is a perfect time for me to start evaluating my garden. So I know I said to you guys that I wanted to either make or get made or purchase the container holder things, like the rack that you can have your 5-gallon containers in. I can't remember exactly what it's called. If I find a photo, I will put it and show you somewhere around here. But I changed my mind. I changed my mind because I was doing other research. So I just ordered a greenhouse. It should be coming tomorrow. And actually, I'm gonna put that here. It's gonna have the specs and everything. So this is the greenhouse that I'm ordering. So I am going to redo my garden. On top of, I'm noticing the seeds that I planted are not doing anything. Not a single thing. Like, talk about agitation, baby. Agitated to the core. Very agitated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all the top half of what's going on. I'm gonna show y'all because I've officially became proud of my garden. I not gonna lie, I started feeling a little defeated. All this work and investing and just time in gardening is a lot. However, behind me, I believe are my cucumbers. I think those are my cucumbers. I am getting fruits. I think those are squash. Needless to say, I am starting to see little baby squashes on there. Y'all, I'm so excited about that. Like, super excited about that. So, that made me feel like, okay, all this work is not wasted. I still do have a bucket all the way in the back that I had the white corn in, that I am about to once my corn starts to germinate some, I'm gonna have to move it around and put it in it. But with that being said, I have to get the greenhouse. It's gonna be very much beneficial, very much. So I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you what I got going down there. I had some of my seeds from my one harvesting from the okra that the candy red or the fire red okra. I have that I had the seeds soaking in here. You can see those are the seeds. They were smaller. I had them soaking in cool water for about 3 days, so they're nice and plump. And then in the paper towel, I have my watermelon seeds. So I go to, y'all know I go to the farmers market. I have the watermelon seeds sitting cold, so they should be good enough as well to pot. So I'm gonna do that today. So let me show you what's going on with the garden. Okay guys, so let's start with my summer squash. Zoom in. Can you see that little nub sticking out? And you probably can't. Let me stop moving around so rapidly. Okay, so you see this little piece right here? That is a squash growing. So I have a lot of other ones that's gonna, you see, there you go, there we go, that's a better angle. I was like, wait, I can't show you better. But yes, all those little pieces right there are squashes, guys. This is the excitement right here. This solidifies a lot. And I got some more all the way in the back there. Let me try to scan in. You see it? Let's see if it focuses in right there. So yes, she is doing her thing, guys. And I just call it a she. But this is all my summer squash. I am super, like when I tell y'all guys, super excited. I am super excited because I honestly was like, all this damn work and nothing. Let's go to the next plant. So we have butternut squash here. And you see those little pieces right there. Right there. Those are also some butternut squashes growing. Let's see. But yes, those are the butternut squash. And this right here, this big old tree here, is my tomato tree. It was no good. Like, it was about to die. You see the little, the sucker right there? Let me try to scan it. I know I'm just around. I'm so sorry. But you see that? She's trying. It's a struggle. It is. But I feel like things are progressing the way it should. But I just wanted to show you what it's looking like. But yeah, so this is the tree. It's growing up, which is perfectly fine. I want it to grow up the way it is. The soil is nice and healthy. So far, I know 2 tomatoes that's growing. So I have the green, German green tomato, and I have the Amish paste. Those are the only 2 that I know of. And then there's 2 others in it that I don't know what I'm growing. Lord, let's talk about my herb garden right here. Guys, I tell you, depleted. I am feeling the pressure. So this was my lemon balm. Every leaf was like this. The sun scorched the hell out of my lemon balm. I mean, I had no green anything. So I did my fertilizer. Like I said. And I saw this. And I was like, okay, there's hope. There's hope. Nothing is bad. The vines are good. You see that? So that means, that lets me know that it's just the leaves. So I've been taking them off very carefully. As you can see, if it doesn't pull off so easily, I'm not going to try to force it. But for those that do pull off, I just let it fall into the soil, to be honest, because 9 out of 10 is going to basically turn into composting anyway. But yeah, you see that? It's literally just, it's just burnt off from the sun. So I saw this and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm getting some. All my other stuff, like this basil here, I didn't have any issues with it. You could tell I chopped this down so much because it was like a bush, kind of like bigger than that. But I had to harvest a big amount because I wanted to grow full, really bushy. It still has such a beautiful, beautiful smell with it. And any of them that feels like it's a bit, depleted, I'm just going to throw it back into the soil because why not, right? Why not? This chamomile right here, y'all, it's not trying to do much. I don't understand. Like, this is the first time this is the first time having any of these to this level. But when I got this chamomile, it was a really small bush. So I'm excited for this part, but it's not like my soil. Like, you see, my soil looks nice and hydrated, and this is what it's supposed to look like once it starts to grow out. But let's see. So it's crazy because this thing says plant in a full sun, prefers well drained soil. It grows 18 to 24 inches, space 8 inches, which is 20 centimeters apart, which I think this is about that. And I only got 2 bushes. Blooms mid to late summer. Oh, well, that makes sense because it's not blooming yet. But once I get the greenhouse, this is one of the things that for sure I'm going to make sure all my herbs is placed strategically. I'm excited to have it for that purposing there. Now, this is another basil. This is the this basil. Oh, this is a sweet basil. So this one is this basil, the sweet basil. And I chopped them all down. Like, I chopped them down. And then this basil right here is this basil. When I got all my herbs, I got them small because I really wanted to learn how to grow herbs. When I tried for the first year and doing my garden, I had bought herbs, and I mean, this was something I always wanted, right? However, that heat tormented all of my plants, my herbs, and I was like, forget this shit. Like, it was like, no. So in here, I have 2 different mints. I have spearmint and I have a Kentucky mint in here. And I've not had, just a little bit of burning, but honestly, nothing. And me doing this right over here, I can still smell it. Just me ruffling it up, I can smell the mint is just minting, guys. But yeah, I'm going to, again, I can't wait to put the greenhouse up, and I think that's going to be a whole video in itself, me putting it together. But yeah, oh, this mint, it's just the perfumes of it is just beautiful. But yeah, I can't wait for that. So this passion fruit right here, guys, it's a passion flower. The vine gotten vinier, but it's not growing much. I don't know what else to do. You see that vine? I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do with that. So I just been leaving it like that. We just gonna see, guys. I don't know. My lavender, I was told lavender is just like to be left alone, right? I have 2 different kinds of lavenders. This is one, and then this is the other, and I actually can smell it just doing this. It smells so good. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. All right, so let's go into my cantaloupe. Guys, y'all remember that one cantaloupe? This is it, girl. Let me tell you, baby, look at this beauty. I did do a trellis, and I looped it going this way and then back around, and it's just been growing so beautifully. Like, look at that, guys. Look at it. It wrapped itself around. But that, I'm gonna call it a sucker because I don't know what they call them over here. But these are the cantaloupe things, which is growing, which to me, they say when you see that, that means that that's actually going to turn into the cantaloupe itself. But look at those beauties. Like, guys, this cantaloupe is cantalouping. It is looking beautiful. And then in the back, remember these 3? These are my watermelons, guys. This is the watermelon. Look at that. Sorry, guys, you hear Charles. They having a talk. But yeah, the watermelons are looking beautiful. Beautiful. And I wrap this all around as well. Because it's getting big. I'm gonna have to do something with that. So these are the green onions. Y'all remember, and this is what it was looking like. And look, I only had like these, but now I'm getting more. They starting to like settle in. Something is touching my damn plant. Look at that. You see that? Something's dug it up. Anyway, yeah, so the onions are onioning. And then, of course, the okra. We have another one growing, and this is what they look like starting off. And then this is it. So I'm excited for that. And I don't know if it's because I harvest, that one. But then this okra here, it's taking forever. It looks like it's trying to get something, but I don't know. It's a process, guys. It's a whole process. All right, now back here. If you don't, and actually I'm going to move her around like this. This right here is the comfrey teas. The comfrey leaf. I could be saying it wrong. I don't know. But it is grown so much. Like this right here is vital to have in your garden. Absolutely. Y'all remember my beans? Yes, she's doing disrespectful. It's not beaning. And this is not from nobody, not even from me. It's from the weather. The rain has destroyed my freaking plants. Okay, so these were all of the stuff that I'm sowing. Oh, guys, when I tell you wasteful, I just want to cry. I really it's so wet. This is the only thing that's really sprouted this much, and I think this is the zucchini, which I don't have any zucchinis starting to. This is the only one. This died. It just rained and rained and rained so badly. Over here, I don't know, and you see that water? I haven't watered them not one time. This is the summer squash right there, and then that's it. What I think I'm gonna have to do basically is start it over again. The trials and tribulations. Oh wait, is that something right there? No, look at that. Look, see this water? This is what I'm saying. You see all that water? Literally, it soaked the hell out of my plants. Let's talk about this. So these are my cucumbers, and I remember now. Look at these beautiful behind. Look at that. You see, listen, flowering is good. I'm not mad anymore. I was so hurt. Let me bring y'all in. Y'all see those little things, those little sticking out? Those are the cucumber babies. That's the growing part. But I'm going to have a lot of cucumbers growing, and I've harvested so much. This is what I have remaining. I'm excited. But they're coming up beautifully. I did chop the bell pepper down. You see that stem back there? I'm hoping it does something. I don't know just yet. If it doesn't, that's fine. I will repot some more bell peppers. This is the sorrel. My black and blue plant that was right here, it did not grow, but the stem is strong, but it's just not doing anything. But this right here, guys, is plumping up, and this is really what I wanted. But I'm excited for this herb. And then let's go over here to the onions. These scallions, guys, these scallions be scallion. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but look at that. It's just beautiful. Excuse me. And then right here, I'm sorry, guys, excuse me. This bell pepper here, I think that's what that is. Yeah, this is the California Sweet Wonder Pepper. So it looks like it's starting to do something. I did go in and cut down some of the leaves, but then this right here, this is my what's this, the jalapeno plant. Look at it. That is a good sign right there. Beautiful sign. Because I really thought that died, but it did not. So let me tell you what I'm about to do about this over here. So no germination, not a single. So yeah, I might just have to start it over because the rain is really hurting my plants. But I wanted to show you this as well. So let me tell you or show you what I'm about to do now. Okay, so I have some tomatoes that I did buy from the market that I want to basically repot them. From what I did before, you can really do this with your tomatoes. So these are the tomatoes. They aren't going bad, but they are, if that makes sense. They're a little bit soft. When I bought them, they were a lot more firmer. So I don't know the name of the tomatoes. I'm just going to put yellow tomato. And I'm going to put like a multicolor, beefy type of tomato. And then I think this one is the Roman tomato. That I think. So that will help me there. But I'm going to write on here with the marker. And I'm going to show you what I am going to do. And you can do this as well. Like, you don't necessarily need tomato seeds. And a lot of people are like, oh, you have to dehydrate your tomato seeds before doing this. That's not true. Nobody got time to do all that. Like, that's seriously not true. So I'm looking around like, girl, what are you trying to do? Let me show you first what to do. And I'm also going to plant my okra and my watermelons that I do have. I had eaten some watermelons from the market, and I don't quite know which is what. So we're going to basically play guess who. Let's get prepared. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to fill all of my tomato containers up half the way. I did take out my, because y'all know when you start your seeds, you want to give it a nice fertilizer at the beginning, especially. It's very crucial. So I have my fertilizers, the two variations here. I'm going to do half a bucket in all of the tomatoes first. I'm going to put sprinkle this in the middle, and then I'm going to top it off. So let me do that and get back to you. Okay, so just to show you what I'm doing, it's halfway full. I have it in here because, again, those drainage holes, so I don't really want to lose anything. So pull the first one in. There we go. And then some of the second one. And then I like to just rough it up just a little. And that's basically all. That's it. And then I'm going to just top it off. I'm going to put the tomatoes in there. And then I'll show you from there. So all of my tomato containers have been highly fertilized. I'm going to start with the Roman tomato one. I'm going to use this as like a cutting board because I'm going to show you how I am going to put it in there. And look, you can see how it's starting to dent up It was not like that at first at all, but I just never got around to eating it. So I was like, let me make this useful. So basically, I'm going to cut the ends off. And what I like to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to slice as much as the outer skin off as possible. You don't have to do it. This is just something I like to do. Last time I did it like this, I had really, really good germination. There we go. And now I'm going to dice. Not dice, slice. So I'm going to make them ish. So I don't typically like odd numbers. Actually, I might make it 6. I don't like odd numbers. I'm a little weird. There we go. Trying to see if I have enough to show. There we go. We made it work, guys. Okay, so I'm basically just putting this literally in there, and I'm just pushing it down, and I'm kind of like giving it like a 3-4 inch space all around. And I will show you what it looks like when I'm done. This is really all you have to do as well when you're potting, you know, your soil, your tomatoes is, look. So that's basically what you're doing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle, I'm going to lightly cover with soil the tomatoes. Let me grab some more soil actually. And I'm just packing it in, and then I'm going to water them at the end. Yeah, this is it. This is all you really have to do when it comes to tomatoes. So if you notice some of your tomatoes that you got and you trust where it came from, and you notice it start to going bad or it's starting to, you know, take a hit, just do that. Just do that. I promise you guys, you can grow your own tomatoes like that. And this is actually the perfect time. The weather has broken. I don't know how long it's going to be for this weather to stay like this, but I'm not mad at it. So that's what it looks like, and we're done. So let me finish all of the other plants, and then we're gonna have to find some space because gosh, I don't have no space for my tomatoes. What I am going to do is, because I really do need to redo my my cups, I'll probably discard them all and save the cups so I'll know what I did try to grow. And then later down the road, once I get my greenhouse built and put up, resurface that issue or that project. I think they really took a hit with the water, and I can't turn back around. It's just too soaked. They've been, at least some of them, it's been 3 weeks. They should have at least germinated more. And some has been a little over a week, and even still, there is not a chance of movement. That is the life of gardening. There's a bumblebee flying, and I'm not scared of bumblebees, but I am scared. I don't want to get stung by them, but I'm excited to see a bumblebee flying near my, it was literally just flying near my garden, my cucumbers and my squash and cantaloupe over here. That's a beautiful thing, guys. But anyway, I'm chatting it up. Let me get this going and get back with you. Okay, so it is very disarming to have to do that. I mean, that was almost 40 cups of different seeds. And I know for a lot of new gardeners who is, excuse me, excited for gardening, these are some things you have to deal with, like seriously. And this is like my third this year alone, having to start all over again. With that, I'm going to say, and I'm going to assume a couple of things for against me. One, the weather. Hands down. We have had some scorching heat. And, again, the weather. We have had some disrespectful rain. A constant flow of rain. As I was throwing those away, I noticed a stench of kind of like mildewish. So I definitely did not want to start, having them even to germinate with that. Now I was able to save two cups, the ones that I showed you that had germination. I have them in my mixture here, so when the sun comes, it can kind of like dry it out. I'm going to let it dry itself out to about 80% dry before I even think to water it again. That's all I'm going to do. I might even, as a matter of fact, so this right here, I don't know if y'all remember what this was. These was my eggplant. Yes, the leaf itself is gone. Why, you say? Because my dog, yeah, he was munching. I don't have elements of other animals. I have elements of my dog. So what I'm about to do is, because it's still a little bit wet on it, I'm going to top it off with some drier soil on top, and I'm going to throw a little bit of fertilizer on it, and I'm going to do that with all of them. That I'm not going to top off with soil. Well, I don't know. It just depends on what it looks like. Probably not. I'm just going to let it be and do, but this one for sure, because this soil is here, and I want it to be up here. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of fertilizer, and I'm going to just rough it up with my fingers, and then I'm going to top it off with soil. And I'm going to put it back over here where I have my other actual plants, and just let it live out its life until it goes into its fourth or third true leaf, and it gets those leaves back. Because right now, no. So it looks better now. Now the soil is beautiful. So I'm going to slide that over here as well. And I'm going to do the same with this. So this right here is the zucchini. And I actually did these on the 17th of July. So I'm just going to add some fertilizer on top. And then rough it up. Now typically you want to wet in your fertilizer, but because my soil is wet, it's damp a lot, I'm just moving it around and letting the already wet soil, like hit my plants. Now I didn't put it directly on it. I kind of sprinkled it around it, but I am moving it around, and I'm basically going to just put this back. Okay, so this is the rearrangement. I put the chamomile up here because in reading it says it does want full sun. And then I move the passion flower in the middle, and then I put a basil here and there. And then I put the lemon balm back there with the lavender. And then this is my I think this is my mints. Yeah, I just put them up here. They haven't been taken badly to the sun. It gets some sun right there, but not enough. This is the new setup over here. Of course, they're going to stay the way they are. In the corners there. The candy fire okra is there besides the other okra. So you see those two there. Here are the new ones. Oh, and in the middle here is where I have the others. So it'll get some, but not too much. And then, of course, this is going to stay there. But I am putting these up front here. So you can see that. So they can get the sun. And then, of course, you know, the sorrel. And then that. So everything has been the same. I'm going to spray it lightly. Just these 6 pots that I just potted. Everything else I'm not going to even touch. I put that over there. I am going to spray that because I did throw some fertilizer in there. And that's it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for following, watching, sharing, liking, commenting. Whatever you do, I appreciate you guys. I only spent a couple of hours out here. And as you know, gardening alone is not at all easy task. It is work. Typically, I'm out here 4 to 6 hours, easy. But I wanted to get this part done and out the way. As you saw, I did heavy sprinkle the top. That's because that's where the starting of the fertilizer, as it starts to germinate, it starts to get roots. The roots are going to go down. It's going to hit that next stage of fertilizer when I'm going to go water it again. So I'm not going to water it no more going into this next week. I'll probably water it again. Actually, it depends. It depends on the heat and how much sun I get and if it dries out. If it dries out in the next 2 to 3 days, I'm going to top it off. Because what you want to do is make sure your seeds start to sprout. Now, with my okra seeds, the reason I allow them to sit in water for 3 days is so it can start to make its roots, which it did. A lot of them, a good 95% of them had root, a little inkling of root at the end, which is good. So I'm actually pushing it along. So with that being said, guys, I'm excited. I am so excited to see these 6 pots starting process. I feel like this new bunch is going to be better. Also, the next video, we're going to be putting up the greenhouse. And then the next video after that, we're going to actually rearrange the greenhouse with my plants. All of them. Literally all of them. The only thing I think I'm going to do differently is my up here. I'm contemplating on if I should either put them downstairs or put them in the greenhouse. I don't know quite yet, but we'll see. I know with the greenhouse, by looking at it, it looked like there has to be like rocks or something to hold it down. I do have some cinder blocks, but what I might do is go to Home Depot and get like some smaller ones that's not going to like weigh me down, because them things are heavy, and go from there. If I can go get some smaller ones, but still with good weight to give my greenhouse some stability, I will absolutely do that. And I think the greenhouse comes with a anchor cord. I hope it does. If not, I can easily just go again to Home Depot and get like rope to tie it down and anchor it, which is what I'm going to have to see. It's all a process. Listen, you want to come along with me and go through this process together. I am today actually going to order some lights to go in there. I have a little fan that does heat and it does cool air that I'm going to place in my greenhouse. Um, I'm trying to think. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna work it out. We are. We're gonna go do this together. I'm trying to figure it out right now. I haven't seen it in person, so I don't quite know what it all comes with. But it's gonna be fun. Anyway, guys, I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Don't forget to turn on that post notification bell if you haven't already, so you can get notified when I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget to follow me on my social media. All right, guys. See y'all in the next video. Bye.